To the Keyshawn Davis camp, life goes on.
Push the weight enough flex. The live is one in the six. Fit the runner boy, you nigga, no question. You will run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Drew Titan, Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. So last night, one of my brothers says, "Hey man, this one of Keyshawn Davis's trainers is on Mill City." I was like, "All right, I don't care." He said, "No, you need to see this because apparently he's not like the real trainer." I'm like, "What?" They said, "No, just go have a look at it. Go have a look at it." So go over to Mill City, and there he is, this guy. First of all right, I seen him before. I seen his face before, but this was the first time I actually listen, to him speak. And it's apparent that he's taken some shots in the ring. If not, that's a speech impediment that was never addressed when he was a youth. But I'm going to go ahead and assume that he had some experience in a boxing ring and it didn't work out for him, which is why his speech is slurred. And he was just on there trying to be funny, and it was failing miserably. You're going to have some Devin Haney haters there, and they're going to side with anything that goes against Devin Haney. But realistically, this is the last dude that needs to try and roast anything. Look at him. I didn't alter that picture. That's him. Right away, I'm not even kidding. I thought he had Down syndrome. For those of you that are my age, that kid right there, that's Corky from a series that used to come on in the early 90s. It's called Life Goes On, and the actor had Down syndrome. And I never watched it. It was just all over TV, and salute to the actor that played Corky. He had Down syndrome. I think his name was Corky, but I thought that this dude had Down syndrome. So I'm like, what's going on here? And then I'm reading in the comments, and come to find out, now y'all go ahead and look at it. It was just last night. What's today? August 10th. It was just last night. I don't think this guy's an actual trainer. I mean, I saw people in the chat calling him a spit bucket carrier or something. I said, well, who is he? So I don't know if he's one of the dudes that sits down and game plans with Keyshawn. I've never seen this dude before, and I think he's new to the camp or something. I don't know who he is. I don't even know his name. But I'm not annoyed with it. I'm not annoyed with him. But the reason why I'm speaking on it is because this is it was an unprovoked attack. Now, Mill City is well connected, and he gets a lot of people on his show, and he's just trying to get answers. So this guy somehow is connected to Keyshawn Davis camp. So I'm assuming that Mill reached out to him to find out, what's up with Keyshawn, how's he doing, what's he doing next. And by the time I go to the live, he's going in on Bill. And I'm like, what? Listen, man. You guys are in the same industry. But what Bill has accomplished, what Devin has accomplished, you are in no position to be shaming anybody. This dude, I pulled up right at the point where he was talking about Well, I heard, and this is how he talks. I heard that Devin got hit with a body shot. He doo-doo himself. He doo-doo. Devin doo-doo. He doo-doo himself. And I'm like, wait a minute. This is what it's come to? You know, some people laughed in the chat, and, you know, from what I got, the people that were laughing in the chat were more or less, because he was getting attacked in the chat. They were laughing at him, not with him. There's a difference. This ugly mofo, because he's ugly inside and out, to try and attack Devin, right? That's one thing. If there was actually a fight signed, you can go on Milty and anywhere else you want and your jump. You can go pop it everywhere. But they don't fight. And that's because of Keyshawn. Keyshawn. There's no cause of Keyshawn. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say Devin?
Shining star for you to see what your life can truly be.
There's no fight because of Keyshawn Davis. Never forget that. So the ugly part is you get this dude getting on Mill City trying to shame DHP. Listen, there's no shame. They are the money and they are the A side. All Keyshawn had to do was say yes and see how it played out for him, win or lose. And there was a part of me that really thought, I said, man, Keyshawn ain't like Shakur. I'd like to think Keyshawn's not a sucker. He's going to take this fight. He's just trying to position for some more bread. Might get it, might not, but either way, we got to fight. I really held on to that. And unfortunately, I was wrong. I was wrong. What does that have to do with Devin? Oh, yeah, Keyshawn, he deserved $5 million. No, he don't. No, he don't. Not when he only made, what, $500K his last fight? That's the, look, I don't know. I'm not a numbers guy. Y'all might want to stay away from the numbers because it never works out for y'all. It never does. Everybody from the industry is calling them stupid. It's not only the LDBC, it's everybody. Don't even argue with us. Don't even argue with Champ Side. Go argue with Dan Raphael. Go argue with Bob Arum and read his direct quote. Go argue with them. Leave us out of it. We're just pointing at the train wreck like, oh, look at that. Look what just happened. So when you get this dude, I don't even know who this dude is. Talking about, he do himself. He do. Dogs, you look like you got Down syndrome. Your speech is all messed up. Dude, you look like between this goldfish, this black goldfish, and Corky from Life Goes On. You are the last person that should be trying to roast anything. It is too easy. I was looking at this like dogs. This is one of those situations where you look at them and say, bro, nah, this is too easy, man. Too easy. I was literally looking at it like, is he for real? He can't be. He's serious? Dead ass? Like how we say in New York, you dead ass? Oh, God, no. Look at him. Look at him. Shouldn't his eyes be a little closer to his nose? That's how he looks. Devin doo-doo. He doo-doo his pants. He got hit in the body. He doo-doo. And then I'm hearing you're not even an actual trainer. Look, y'all got to let me know because I couldn't like stay there. I have a short tolerance for this, for things like this. I'm like, what are you doing? Are you talking about going back to the negotiation table and what Keyshawn's doing next? No, you got up there and tried to roast DHP, and I think Bill pulled up on him. Bill pulled up on anywhere. Whether your channel got 5 subs or 5,000 subs, he'll pull up on you. Then he tried to be condescending at the end. Oh, that's why I respect Bill, because, Bill, this is just fun. I respect Bill because he'll put, man, dude, stop. You did not do Keyshawn Davis camp any favors with what we saw last night. I think Mill had over 1,000 people in there. And the only reason why I went up there is because one of my brothers said, hey, I don't even think this guy's a trainer. I said, huh? And I went over there. I'm like, oh, I've seen this guy before. Oh, he's a guy that said that Keyshawn deserved $5 million. So now here's what we know about you. On top of how you're looking, you look retarded, right? You don't understand business, right? And you can't count. You can't count. You look like you can't count, dude. What I don't even want to know who this dude is. It's irrelevant. But what I want to point out is this is the typical knuckle dragger who behaves like a scarred woman. Drew, what do you mean? Let me explain. In what universe do you try and roast a person who's trying to break bread with? When a woman can't generate compliance from a man, what do they resort to? They insult his pockets, and they insult his private parts. His pockets and his private parts. Oh, you broke. You a brokey. Oh, you got a little wee-wee. Well, he wasn't saying that when he was coming around to pick you up in his vehicle. And you wasn't saying that after you let him smash a few times. Now he's done with you. And now he's broke with a little wee-wee. All right, cool. Don't deal with him. Why are you mad? You should be glad that you're out of that, right? This is how this dude sound. All Keyshawn had to do was say yes, and you'd have probably been seen in the ring walk and carrying a spit bucket, whatever it is you do, because I don't know what you do. But I did pick up on what you did last night, dude. And you are in no position to insult anybody. Looking like that, sounding like that. And the guy that you work with in the camp, where you would normally probably get $10,000 for working with the camp, you probably wouldn't have got, you probably would have got maybe $30,000 if Keyshawn had said yes. And now you're mad. And now you're trying to shame DHP, you're trying to insult DHP. You can't do that. You're modern chick. You can't do that. You're looking retarded, like Corky right here. And I say that respectfully, but the man has Down syndrome. But he has an excuse. He was born that way. Why do you look like that? Why do you sound like that? This was disgusting. And it was actually a waste of Mill City's time. What made the show was when Bill called Mill City up. That kind of made the show, but you wasted Mill City's time. And it was a waste of, I stuck around there for like 10 minutes just listening, like, I wanted to know if he'd say, well, we're not dealing with DHP. We're trying to move on and do something. Let me give you some advice. What better way to make an impact at 147 and fight Brian Norman Jr.? Go do that. Then maybe somebody will take you serious. Until then, shut up. Your man Keyshawn been real quiet on social media. Very quiet. But exercise that right to remain silent. Because moving forward, whatever you're selling, we're not buying. And I'm talking about the boxing public. You guys made a fool of yourselves. Somebody wants Devin Haney beat. There's a list. Catterall and Pyro just entered the list. And there's a whole lot of Devin Haney haters. Will somebody beat this kid? And it's not happening because nobody wants to get into the ring, including Keyshawn. And I'd like to say, outside of Brian Norman, Keyshawn was y'all last hope because he's the only person that y'all picked to probably knock Devin out. But the boy don't want to fight. And this is what it's come to. This ugly dude, this Down syndrome looking ass dude is on Mill City's platform talking crazy. How has this helped Keyshawn's brand? It doesn't. You just wanted some clout. You just wanted a roast session. And it failed. There was people in the comment section clowning you. And again, I don't know who this dude is, but everyone in the comment section was like, and my brother was like, yo, he's not even like a trainer. He don't work on, trainers work on strategy. Trainers help you work out. They said this dude's not even that. I heard Mill City. I got to go back and watch it. But Mill City was like, wait, hold on. You're not the trainer. Something happened. Y'all go watch it. It was just last night. Y'all go watch it. But I understand that he's not even like an actual trainer. So what are you online for? Wasting Mill City's time. Wasting the public's time. You pulled up and it says Keyshawn Davis trainer, whatever. They want to know what Keyshawn does next. If it's not Devin, what are you bringing to the table? You see how I did that? You know how modern women don't like being asked, hey, what do you bring to the table? What does this dude bring to Keyshawn Davis's camp? What does he bring to the table? When you ask a modern woman what you bring to the table, they get offended and start talking about, oh, you a brokey. Meanwhile, if you look up the facts, data, and statistics, the average man makes more than the average woman. This dude, we're trying to figure out if Jack Catterall is really going to seal the deal and fight Devin on October 3rd. Because Keyshawn ain't want it and Shakur ain't want it. And this guy got on Mill City's platform and started talking about, Devin, he do his pants and he got hit in the body, he do. Really, man? Well, look, I guess it's good content for Mill City. I guess it's great content for him. He's going to get paid off for this foolishness. But make no mistake about it. You lace Mill City's pockets with your foolishness and everyone's still looking at you like you're an idiot. The Black Corky of Boxing. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Bronx on deck.